What's going on, Guardian? So, as a lot of you know, I myself am a funded trader with Blue Guardian. Now, I want to talk a little bit about my journey with Blue Guardian and how it was for me to pass prop firms and how I managed to pass phase one, phase two, and then get funded. So, I had $400,000 worth of capital with Blue Guardian. And so they were the prop firm that I had the most capital at. And that's also why I endorsed them so much. A lot of people ask me about that. I endorsed Blue Guardian because I trust them the most. And that's why I had so much capital with Blue Guardian. All right. The thing is, you need to know whether a prop firm is going to pay you out or not. And I feel like that is the most crucial point of prop firms. Not what their max daily drawdown is, not what their max overall drawdown is, not what the target for profit is in the different stages. None of those things actually matter if you're not getting paid out. Simple. So, for me, that's why I got in with so much capital with Blue Guardian, because I knew when it came to withdrawal time, they were going to be there for me. Sean at Blue Guardian is one heck of a guy. He makes sure that you get your withdrawal. He's also not just some like no-name face that you never see, which is also important. A lot of people make this point. When you are with a prop firm, you need to make sure that you are not just trading with an unknown person. You need to know who's behind this. You need to know the team behind this, because who you work with is what you become. And this is true. Who you work with is what you become. So if you are working with a prop firm that is a little bit unethical and they rip certain people off, guess what? You are kind of contributing to that, if that makes sense. So for example, if you purchase a product or a service that's illegal, yes, maybe you are not doing anything illegal, but you're still supporting someone who's unethical or illegal. I hope that makes sense. So that's why I really liked Blue Guardian and went basically all in with them. I was max allocation with Blue Guardian. So I traded phase one and phase two of these accounts, and I took the same trades across both. Now, I don't necessarily recommend this to people in general, but I had other accounts that I was managing at the time. So that's a good thing to do. And I recommend to a lot of people that if you are going to be trading multiple prop firm accounts, do not take the same trades on both. Diversify your risk. For example, if I take a trade on 150K account and I take a loss, I'm 1% down. I'm not 1% down across both. I can still take trades on the other account and have a fresh account. It's not in drawdown. Okay, so that's one little golden nugget for you guys. So I passed phase one actually very quickly. I passed phase one in one trade. Okay, and I risked a bit more on these trades. Now I could afford to do so because I have other funded accounts. I don't recommend this to people just starting out, especially now that prop firms like Blue Guardian have a 0 time limit now. You can go on forever. You can trade this account as long as you need to pass it. So you can risk less. Risking 1% is the max that you should be risking with these accounts, especially if you don't have any other funded accounts or anything else to fall back on. You cannot go all full margin on this account when this is your only account that you're trading. Okay, so if I was a bit more of a beginner, I would have been a little less aggressive. But bear in mind, at the time that I took this as well, there was not an unlimited time to pass. I believe it was 45 days for phase one and 90 days for phase two, which is still more than others, mind you. But, you know, time can be money sometimes, so I was a bit more aggressive. Again, I don't recommend this to most people. So I passed phase one, I got onto phase two, I took it a bit slower. So I wasn't as aggressive, still a bit more aggressive. I was risking a bit more than 1%. I believe it was about 1.5%. I went into a little bit of drawdown on phase two, but I did still manage to pass it within 2 weeks. Okay, I think I went into about 3% drawdown, and then my edge started to play out quite well. And that's the other thing. Make sure you've got a strategy that has a good risk reward and a decent win rate. But risk reward is the most important thing. I was watching an interview recently. He was saying that the most successful traders at his prop firm used a higher risk reward. And it's the same at Blue Guardian. I've chatted to Sean about it as well. But the people that are really taking advantage of prop firms have a higher risk reward ratio strategy. So it's something to look into. However, if your lower risk reward strategy still works for you and you've got a high win rate, you will still be fine as well. Just allow the numbers to play out. So once I got funded, you get all the normal emails, you get to do your KYC documents, okay? Now, they send you the notification that you need to submit your documents, you submit your ID and your proof of address, and then you get funded with Blue Guardian. They send you the account within the next 48 hours. I got it pretty much the same day, which is great. I don't know if that was just me, but you at least need to wait about 48 hours. I mean, at the most, you'll wait 48 hours. But it's usually quicker than that, all right? So the other thing is you want to look into a prop firm that has good customer service, but not just good customer service that's very attentive. And the way you can judge this is by looking at a prop firm's Discord server. Now, all prop firms nowadays have a Discord server where the community comes together and chats about the different things that are going on. People chat about the problems that they have, and there you have the opportunity to see how they are being attended to. Look at how people are being attended to in the Discord server. And if the Discord members that are administrating that Discord server, so the administrators of the Discord server that work with the prop firm, if they are attentive, if they are accommodating, if they are there to help, okay? Because some prop firms really don't care about the trader. If they've got a problem, they take their time to fix it. If they've got a problem, they really try their best to make sure that they extract the money from that customer rather than leaving them with a good experience and then obviously them having good word of mouth with everybody working around them and telling their friends that this prop firm is great, etc. So that's something to look at as well. And with Blue Guardian, you guessed it, our Discord server is really active. We have regular poker games in the Discord server where accounts get given away. And we also do a ton of giveaways on Twitter as well, which is also a very good place to have a look and see if your prop firm is active, if they are engaging with the community as well. Also, the CEOs are often on Twitter engaging with everybody, where Sean is engaging with all of our customers via Twitter as well. So that's also a very important thing. And obviously, how friendly is this prop firm with other prop firms? Now, if you are working with a prop firm that is putting other prop firms down constantly, that's a red flag for me. Why do you want to work with a prop firm that is trying to make other prop firms look bad so that they look good? The prop firm should look good on its own. Okay, the prop firm should have its own features that make it look good on its own without having to try and bully other prop firms to make them look less inferior to them. Okay, so that's another key point to look at. Now, once I got the funded account, okay, I made a series of smaller, lower risk trades. So I was risking about 0.5 to 1% on this. So what I did was I took a 0.5% trade, okay, where I built up a small buffer, okay? So I made about 1%. What I then did was I then risked 2%, okay? Now this 2% trade ended up going for a 2.5 risk reward, okay? And so I ended up making roughly, 6%, okay? So I made 6% on the one account. Now that's all I did. I traded one account only. I then went to the second account, okay, and then I did the same thing. However, because I had made a good amount on this first account, I felt a lot more confident with the second account, and I also felt more confident that I had banked some money. So I went to the second account and I was a lot more aggressive. I risked 2% right off the bat. However, I took a loss, okay? I took a loss on this trade, and I was now 2% down plus spreads and commissions. Okay, you must remember that as well. The spreads and commissions do play a role in your profits or your losses. Okay, so it was 2% plus the spreads and commissions, which made it like 2.2%. Okay, and because I was trading quite an aggressive news event, there was a bit more spreads, which made it a bit more. And that's also something to notice, guys. Do not do not trade very aggressive news events, especially with prop firms, because slippage happens. You will hit your max daily drawdown. Okay? Do not do this. Only do it, once again, like I said, if you have secured profits. Okay? That's another thing. Make sure you secure profits. All right? And so with that account, I was now in some drawdown. I then took another loss, okay? And I once again risked a bit more than I should have. So now I was 4% down, okay? So what did I do now? I continued. I continued to risk 2%. I risked 2% once again, okay? This time I hit a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. And so I made 6% on that trade. That trade then put me in the green by 2%, okay? So now I was in position to potentially push this account to where I wanted it, which was around the 5% mark. Now, what I recommend for most of you is aiming for a lower target. 2% probably is the sweet spot. Aim for 2% profit, take the withdrawal, get your fee back, and then be break even, okay? That's what I recommend to most of you. This is not what I did in this case, however. Okay, so do what I say, not what I do. However, the difference with this is that I had other funded accounts as well. So I had a 200K account at a different prop firm that was also in profit, and I was waiting on withdrawals. So I had one account waiting for withdrawals with Blue Guardian, and I had another prop firm waiting for withdrawals as well. So this account I could be a bit more aggressive with, okay, because I had these other things waiting. And I knew that if everything went wrong, I could quite easily attain another account with the profits from these other two prop firms that I made, and I'll still be good. I know that maybe something happens with the first one, I'll have to buy 2 to get my account back, but that's fine. It's worth the upside risk for me. And so what I did from there is I then risked 2% once again, okay. I then hit a 1 to 2 risk reward, okay. And so once again, I was up my 6%. So it's 4% plus the 2% that was on the table. So both accounts were sitting at about $12,000, okay, which let me be honest with you, that was the biggest withdrawal I've ever done from a prop firm. It was just under $10,000, and then the other account was just over $10,000, and that was my withdrawal essentially. So yeah. After the prop firm takes a split, and that's another thing to talk about. Okay, a lot of prop firms have a 75% or 80% profit split. Blue Guardian has an 85% profit split, and you can tell the difference because, for example, the other prop firm, which I won't mention the name of, had a 75% profit split, and I really felt it. Okay, because I made a similar amount on that prop firm, and I could see literally the extra $1,000 that I missed out on. Okay, it makes a big difference, especially if you've got bigger accounts. Okay, so essentially, that was my journey with going to get funded with Blue Guardian, getting funded, trading the accounts, dealing with all of those emotions, and then eventually getting my withdrawals on my accounts. Okay, and throughout that whole process, everything was fluid. Once you submit your withdrawal, it takes about 2 days to get your withdrawal. All right, and it can be processed through crypto or Deal. I did it through Deal. Okay, Deal is very good and efficient, and it gets put straight into your bank account as well. It's just really the gold standard. Most prop firms use Deal, okay, and it was really, really good. So once I got those withdrawals, I was like, hey, cool. I was then given the accounts back, and they then get refreshed back to 0. Okay, and this is a nice feeling. You get back these nice fresh accounts. And then I did the same thing again. However, this time I was more aggressive than before because I have now made a good amount. I've gotten my fees back. Okay, I'm break even plus a good amount of profit. So I took one of the accounts. I was very aggressive with it, and I risked 3.5% on that account, which I do not recommend to many people. I ended up blowing that account because obviously commissions and spreads, and it was a more aggressive news day, pushed me over that 4% max daily drawdown. All right. So I lost that account. I'll be completely transparent about that. I managed to secure a couple of small withdrawals on the other account as well since then. But essentially, that's it. That's my journey from going to buy the account, getting funded, getting my withdrawals, and then all of my tips in between on how you can really take hold of the opportunity that is prop firm trading. You really want to take advantage of all the little different ways that you can leverage trading different accounts with prop firms, because trading a prop firm account isn't the same as trading any other way. Okay, trading with prop firms changed the game completely. It's a totally different mindset switch. Once you make this mindset switch, you are a lot more probable to make profit. And so that's all I really have to say for today's video. Thank you to everybody for watching. I hope you took some value from it. If you did, please do subscribe down below to the Blue Guardian YouTube channel, and then let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. If you're looking to get funded with a reputable prop firm that really has your back and gives you the tools to stop you from hitting your max daily drawdown limit and over trading, Blue Guardian is the one for you. You can get funded with the link in the description. So till next time, guys, I will see you in the next one.